What up, though? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Keish. Make sure you like, you comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on so you know every time I'm posting. This how the intro coming, cause it's bussin', bussin', bussin'. Hey, now let's get into the video. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Keish, and today, as you can see from the title, I'm gonna be talking about how I got my criminal record expunged. Um, it's a lot. So much that's been going on. I've been trying to move. I've been working. I've been just trying to take care of a lot of things. But I found out that my criminal record was a problem when I tried to get an apartment. And I couldn't because the lady was like, I had some stuff on my background. Now, don't get me wrong. I did not forget about the case that I had a long time ago. Probably around 2015. Boom. I did not forget about that case. I just thought that once it got dismissed, that it was expunged as well. I didn't know that there were two different things when I was younger. Like, I was only like 23 or something like that. So, me going to court, whoop-de-whoop, I had a lawyer and everything. So, I just thought when she dismissed it, boom, everything was taken care of. Fast forward time, I'm now about to move by myself, and I couldn't get an apartment. Everything was clear except my criminal record. She came back like, oh, you got such and such many charges or whoopie-whoop. And I was like, okay, so what's the next thing to do since I'm not going to get approved? If I'm not going to get approved by one spot, I know for sure damn well I'm not going to get approved by another spot. There's no reason to keep trying. So I got to talking with my sister, talking to my girl and shit. And it was like, all right, this is what you need to do. You need to figure out who you need to call first. Figure out what the charges exactly are. That was one of the first things I had to do. Figure out what the charges exactly was. Come to find out, I had a couple misdemeanors. I had a couple felonies. Whole lot of. So, I'm like, okay, well, under certain circumstances during my case, everything got dismissed. That's how that went, and I'm just leave it at that. Everything through that case was dismissed. And with that going on, I'm like, okay, everything got dismissed. What's the next thing? Since when I called the credit people, had them tell me about it. They told me about my criminal record or whatever. After that, I had called downtown. Figured out that, all right, you need to call the city clerk or the county clerk. I don't know which one. I don't know. You need to call downtown, though. Once you call downtown, you gonna hear on that's a fly. I fucking hate flies. You're gonna hear on a little machine or whatever, they gonna tell you your charges and whether you got any finances or anything else that you gotta do pertaining to it. I didn't. So, boom. I took the information and I went down to the city clerk, I think the next day. Went down to the clerk and asked him about expungement. Now see, they usually tell us when you get in the system, you in it and you just fucking you gonna stay in it. But that's technically not true. If you do what the fuck you're supposed to do, then you got a better chance of getting your record expunged. Take care of the charges. If you need financial responsibility, get all that shit together. Pay what you gotta pay. If you gotta go to classes, go do that. Go do everything they asking you to do. That way, when it's time to go get expunged and she pull up your case on the computer, she'll be able to see all that. And that's exactly what happened. Boom. So I go in there and I was just trying to ask about to the two felonies. The felony charge. The two felony charges. That's what I was trying to ask about. But she was like, well, do you want to get everything done? And me not knowing I could get everything done, I'm just like, well, yeah. Since I was coming for one thing, why not take the better route and just get the whole thing done? Boom. That's how that went. So, once you go down there and they start giving you papers and stuff, you know, you start getting pages like this, and they give you the red stamp at the bottom, make sure it's right, make sure it's legit. And then they also give you a certificate of disposition. That's what this is. This right here is one of the things you should keep. I got a couple of them. I done went to jail a couple times. I done been pulled over a couple times. I done done a couple things in my little lifetime. But I would say, go get that changed. Go get that checked out. If you know, shit, if you got misdemeanors, if you got traffic tickets, and you know you done took care of all that stuff, go get that stuff taken off and start it over. Start it fresh. Have a fresh conscience, fresh start. Because people will look at that background and they'll judge you based off what your records say. And technically, it don't even have to be the truth. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time and you're charged for something. Or, shit, you could just be, like, you could literally just be a bystander. Or, you know, if something belongs to somebody else and they're not going to say nothing, all that falls in the same thing. Like, I would say, bruh, just go get a fresh start. Go restart some shit. Restart your life. Don't let nobody tell you if you in the system, you got to stay in the system. The system going to always hold you. You could become a changed person. You could change the way you see things, the way you do things. You ain't always got to... Nah, because then like, I feel like the lady was judging when my record came back. Then when I went back and asked her about it, because I did go back and ask her about it once I got expunged, she was like, oh, well, all you got to do is just reapply. That's all. But see, you could have asked me about things prior to it because the case had already said dismissed. It was just so many charges connected to the case. Shit was wild. Now, I do have to go back for the criminal clerk, for the criminal case, they did not give disposition certificates. You have to wait 2 weeks when you have a criminal case. You gotta wait 2 weeks and they'll give you some paperwork for it. They gon' start the process for you. But to get paperwork on it, you have to wait at least 2 weeks. I also gotta go back another 6 weeks and another 60 days. 6 weeks to get the final copy of my general, or I don't know. Yes, I'm just gonna say general court. 6 weeks I gotta go and get that. That's the final copy. That's the copy she was like, you know, keep this for your record. Keep this as if it's like your birth certificate or something, because let's say later on down the line something happened, boom, you got proof that, oh, well, these were supposed to be taken off. These are never supposed to come back again. These are never supposed to be seen again. Like, nobody's supposed to ever know about these again type. And I will say, I called the credit people back and I asked them again, you know, what was on my criminal record. Because you can call back as many times as you want to. As long as you know your information, you can call back as many times as you need to figure out anything. So I called back and I went from, I'm gonna let y'all know, I had 24 charges. I went from 24 charges to now only have 3. One, because I ain't paid the ticket, but that's a whole nother story. and I'm just waiting on the last 2 to fall off. So at the end, it should only be 1. I hope this video was a little helpful because I had some people asking me about it. I would just say, to sum it all up, go down to your General Sessions Court, talk to somebody behind the counter. They're going to pull up your cases. Make sure you have your case number. They're going to pull up your cases and you go from there. Start signing paperwork. Start seeing what you can do, what you can and can't do to get yourself right. Because this world will make you seem like something that you ain't. And I just be damned if it took me down like that. So, I'll see y'all in the next video. Holla!